Good morning. AJ Simmons here with the real talk for the morning. And I want to tell you this. If you're building a business or starting a business, you're in the startup phase in your business, let me tell you this. Just because you're the owner and you have that title or any type of title such as CEO, president, executive director, any of those titles, whatever you want to call yourself for your business, just because you have that title doesn't mean that you're rich. You're not balling when you start a business. You're not balling when you're in the growth stage. All right. You need to make it very blatant to anyone around you and let them know that you're broke and you're going to be broke for the next 5 years. Even if you're not broke, guess what? You broke. When you're building a business, your personal self is broke, and you have to be that way because otherwise, see, people automatically link business owners to money. They think that certain titles equate to money, and you need to be very clear in your message that you're not balling. You know what I mean? When you first start a business, you're not balling, and especially if you starting from the ground up. If you ain't got a whole bunch of money and you took your last dollar and you invested in this business, then you definitely need to make sure that everybody understands that you don't have it. You broke from day one, and for the next 5 years, accept that you broke. You don't have it. So if you with a significant other, you got a girlfriend or boyfriend, you need to let them know we broke. You know, if that person got a job and they want to take care of y'all, they want to take y'all out, then good. That's up to them. But for you, you broke, and you gotta, everything that you got to go back into that business. Because if you try to have your cake and you eat it too, I'm telling you now, it ain't gonna work. You can't try to ball out of control and grow a business at the same time. All right. And I'm just telling you from experience because I know that I made several mistakes as far as spending habits while trying to grow my business. And it handicapped me. Like, I was able to grow. Well, when I said I struggled so much to get through, and I still struggle because I'm paying for things that I've done in the past. So even though I know better now, I had to learn from those experiences. And see, that's the key, and that's the great part about you guys being my subscribers and growing with me, is because that's exactly it. You get to grow with me. So you get to witness me going through what I'm going through. And I don't always share every single little thing as I'm going through it, but I do share every single little thing that I go through. And sometimes the reason why I don't always share it the minute that I'm going through it is because I have to get through it first. Because if I put it out there in the universe and let the whole world know as I'm going through, it's going to make that journey that much harder because the critics could come out. And then also having people questioning me on top of the amount of stress that I'm already in would just make the journey that much more harder. So you got to be strategic about that. So you don't need to let everybody know every little detail when stuff is going wrong, but you just need to make sure that they're clear on you don't have it. Because you're going to get around family members and they might see you, because you might already have a nice wardrobe. So you might still be dressing nice. You might already own a nice car. You know what I mean? And things might look like you're doing just fine. But you need to be very clear that while you're growing your business, from now into the next 5 years, you don't have it. You need to be focused on growing that business. Don't eat your seed corn is what Kevin Trudeau says. He says if you just started a business and you generating an extra $500 a month and you decide to go get a car payment, you're an idiot. If anything, you will sell your car note, you sell the car that you're paying for and go get a cheaper paid for car and take that extra money and invest it back into your business. You know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to eat that money. Like, if you got a tree that's growing fruit, you don't just keep snatching the fruit off as soon as it grows one. You let it grow abundantly. And let that tree grow as strong as it can possibly grow. That way you can eat forever. You know what I mean? Like, and plant more trees. You let the stems grow and branch off. You don't just keep snatching the stems off each time one grows. You gotta build a solid foundation. Build you a nice, strong, solid estate on top of a strong foundation. Don't try to put together a quick wooden house on top of some sand. You know what I mean? You want to get you a nice, solid foundation, cement it down, and get you some bricks, all right? Because at the end of the day, you want to be free in real life. You want to be free financially for real. You don't want to just look like you're living a life. Like, why look like you're living a life when you can really live the life? Like, you seriously have that option in life, so why not take it? Go do it. Be clear, you don't have it. You seriously don't have it. Even if you think you have it, you don't. It ain't about being cheap. It ain't about being frugal. It's just simply about doing what makes sense. And what makes sense is to feed that business. If it's growing, then keep growing it even more by investing more money into it, or by not adding liabilities in your personal life that will cause you to take a bigger salary out the company. You want to pay yourself as least as you possibly can. Keep your expenses low. Robert Kiyosaki confused me, I gotta admit. When I first started my business and I was learning from Robert Kiyosaki, he was saying how, don't say I can't afford it, say how can I afford it. And then if you want a new liability, then you need to create a new asset that can pay for that liability. Now that's good, but that's not the whole truth. See, just because you got a business that gets you extra $500 a month, and then you turn around and go get a $500 car note, that doesn't make sense. Instead, what you need to do is just build that business and build that business as high as you want to. And then you can afford whatever you want to. So when you can't afford something, he's right. Don't say I can't afford it. You still ask, how can I afford it? But that doesn't mean you go get the exact amount of extra income to afford that one thing. No. You just pile that money. Like Grant Cardone says, pile that money. Just pile it, and to the point where saving is no longer hard for you. You know what I mean? Dr. Boyce Watkins was saying that how he always struggled to save money, but then once he started generating extra $10,000 a month, saving became easy because you got so much to save. You know what I mean? And so you just want to pile that money, generate as much as possible, feed that business and let it grow, and then you won't have any problem with saving money. Then you won't have any problems with getting what you want to get, because you will have it in real, like you will seriously have it, instead of just trying to make it, or trying to make just enough to get just another thing. You know what I mean? So feed that business. You don't got it, you're not balling. I know it's the new thing. You want to be young as possible and rich as possible, as fast as possible. At the end of the day, it just doesn't work like that all the time. And for most of us, it won't work like that. Build your business, take your time, and accept the fact that you don't have it yet, and you won't have it. And even if you do have it, tell people you don't have it anyway, because you don't need extra people coming to you asking you for money when you're trying to grow your business. You don't have time for anything outside of growing your business when you're in that growth phase. If you're serious about growing and building a real legitimate business, all right. So that's my message for today, and I appreciate you guys for listening. And good luck to y'all. Hope you have a great day. And by the way, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. This is AJ Simmons. Thank you.